Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we re-diving into a topic that combines two of my greatest passions, photography and the incredible animal kingdom. We're talking about the art of the ethical wildlife photography safari. This isn't just about getting the perfect shot. It's about doing it in a way that respects and protects the beautiful creatures we are there to admire. So grab your camera, get comfortable, and let's explore how to capture stunning images without leaving a negative trace. First things first, what does ethical wildlife photography even mean? At its core, it means putting the animal's welfare above everything else. Above the perfect lighting, above the perfect angle, and yes, even above getting that once-in-a-lifetime shot. The golden rule is simple. If your presence or actions are changing the animal's natural behavior, you're too close or you're doing something wrong. This could be anything from a bird flying away, a mammal stopping its feeding, or an animal showing signs of stress. Our goal is to be invisible observers, capturing a slice of their life, not directing it. This philosophy starts long before you even get on the plane. It begins with choosing the right safari operator. This is probably the single most important decision you'll make. Look for companies that have a clear and public commitment to conservation and ethical practices. Do they employ local guides who understand the animals and the ecosystem? Do their guides have specific training in how to approach wildlife safely and respectfully? Read reviews, check their website for their conservation policies, and don't be afraid to ask them direct questions. A reputable operator will be proud to share their ethical guidelines with you. They should talk about things like maintaining safe distances, never encircling an animal, and having strict limits on how many vehicles are at a single sighting. Choosing a company that invests back into local communities and conservation projects is a huge win for all. Now let's talk about gear. The temptation is to bring every lens you own, but for ethical photography, one piece of equipment is non-negotiable: a long telephoto lens. A lens with a focal length of at least 400 millimeters, and preferably 600 millimeters or more, is your best friend. Why? Because it allows you to fill the frame with your subject from a respectful distance. You won't need to pressure your guide to get closer, and you won't disturb the animals. Remember, a zoom lens lets you get closer optically, not physically. This is the key to responsible wildlife photography. Using a beanbag to rest your lens on the vehicle's edge can also be a game changer for stability, giving you sharper images without needing a cumbersome tripod in a shaky Jeep. Once you're out there, in the wild, the real art begins. It's all about patience. Wildlife photography is a waiting game. You might spend hours watching a sleeping lion, waiting for that perfect yawn or a gentle stretch as the sun sets. Don't get frustrated. Use this time to observe. Watch their behavior, learn their habits, and anticipate their movements. This is where a good guide is worth their weight in gold. They can read the signs, predict what an animal might do next, and position the vehicle for the best light and angle, all while maintaining a safe distance. Listen to your guide. They know these animals and this environment better than anyone. If they say it's time to move on, respect their decision. There's always another sighting down the road. Let's discuss some specific don'ts when you're in the field. First, never use a flash. A sudden burst of bright light can be incredibly startling, disorienting, and stressful for most animals, especially nocturnal ones. It can temporarily blind them, making them vulnerable. So turn that flash off and learn to work with natural light. This means understanding the golden hours, the hour after sunrise and the hour before sunset, when the light is soft, warm, and absolutely beautiful. Second, keep your voice down. Noise travels far in the open savanna. Loud chatter, shouting to your friends in another vehicle, or playing music can easily disturb wildlife. Embrace the quiet. The natural sounds of the bush are a magical part of the experience. The call of a distant bird, the rustle of leaves, the low grunt of a herbivore, these are the sounds you're there for. Keep your movements inside the vehicle slow and minimal as well. A sudden move can look threatening to an animal. Third, never ever feed the animals. It might seem like a harmless way to get them to come closer, but it's incredibly dangerous for their long-term survival. It habituates them to humans, can make them aggressive, and disrupts their natural foraging behaviors. It can also make them sick if they eat food that isn't part of their natural diet. A wild animal needs to stay wild for its safety and for ours. Along the same lines, don't leave any trash behind. Pack it in, pack it out. This includes organic waste like fruit peels. Let us shift back to the do-s and how to elevate your photography from a simple snapshot to a compelling story. Think about the composition. Don't just place the animal in the center of the frame every time. Use the rule of thirds. Imagine a tic-tac-toe grid over your image and place the subject along the lines or at the intersections. This creates a more dynamic and visually interesting photo. Also, get down to their eye level if possible. Shooting from a lower angle creates a more intimate and powerful connection with the subject. It makes the viewer feel like they are right there with the animal rather than looking down on it. Pay attention to the background. A busy, cluttered background can distract from your subject. Try to position yourself so the background is clean and pleasing. A blurred background or bokeh, which you can achieve with a wide aperture, is a fantastic way to make your subject pop. Also, try to capture the environment. A wide shot of an elephant crossing a vast plain tells a different but equally powerful story as a tight portrait. Show the animal in its world. And don't just focus on the big, charismatic animals. The so-called Big Five are amazing, but there is so much more to see. Look for the smaller creatures, the brilliantly colored birds, the fascinating insects, the shy reptiles. Challenge yourself to tell their stories too. A photo of a dung beetle rolling its precious cargo can be just as captivating as a lion's portrait if you capture it with creativity and care. It's about celebrating the entire ecosystem, not just the headliners. Finally, let's talk about what happens after the trip in the digital darkroom. Ethical considerations continue here. Be honest in your editing. It's fine to adjust exposure, contrast, and color to make your image look its best. But heavily manipulating an image, like cloning in a different sky or adding an animal that wasn't there, can be misleading. The goal is to represent the natural world authentically. When you share your photos online, use the opportunity to educate. Share what you learned about the animal, its behavior, or the conservation challenges it faces. Your beautiful images can be a powerful tool for raising awareness and inspiring others to care about wildlife. Tag your ethical safari operator and give them credit. This helps other aspiring photographers make responsible choices. To sum it all up, a wildlife photography safari is one of the most incredible experiences you can have. You're stepping into their world, and we must always respect that. This can be an absolutely magnificent vacation, but it has to be done correctly. It's about planning wisely, choosing ethical operators, being patient, and always putting the animal's well-being first. Your reward won't just be a memory card full of stunning images, but the profound satisfaction of knowing you were part of a positive and respectful interaction with nature. The best wildlife photographers are, first and foremost, wildlife lovers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this has inspired you to think more deeply about the ethics of your own photography adventures. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our future content. I'd love to hear about your own ethical wildlife encounters in the comments below. Stay curious, stay respectful, and keep capturing the beauty of our world. Until next time.